I can remember when Made in America meant it was an awesome product and that the person who built it would sign their name to it with their address and phone number every time. And now Made in America, according to our leadership, has become 2 words that mean nothing. Did you see that? When it said America can be described in just 2 words, Made in America? That's our leadership.
That's a Biden.
How can you expect your children to learn English if you can't figure out the difference between 2 words and 3 words? And I mean, our kids today just destroying themselves over nothing. This generation of young people in their 20s and 30s right now, they're upset about their pronouns, this, that, and the other thing. They feel as though they're entitled to whatever they want under any circumstance and are shocked when they don't get that job because they're not qualified or their attitude's wrong, whatever. And what happens to these people these children that make such bad decisions now when they're in their 40s and 50s and they have children and they find out their child has cancer? How will they deal with the real trauma of living if they can't get over their pronouns? And we're not only allowing it, it's being encouraged by people who should know better. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have kids. I don't know what I would do. I'd move into the woods or something and raise them like a wolf. What do you think?
I think back when our parents were around, people paid their own way.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't relying on the government to give them everything, or foreign countries were relying on the U.S. to pay their way. Like this USAID thing.
Yeah.
They're giving money, actually supporting terrorists by giving them meals. Sort of thing. So.
Okay. This is that U.S. aid thing that Trump is going to get rid of. Here's an example. You do know that we have American children that don't have food, and American mothers who can't pay the rent. So here are only a few examples of the waste and abuse. $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia workplace, and I can't see those, in business and communities. Now, one of those in there is a program to pay for drag queen shows in Peru.
$70,000 for production of a DEI musical in Ireland, as if they don't have enough to worry about Ireland. $2.5 million for electric vehicles in Vietnam. $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru.
These are real programs.
$2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt.
Does this seem peculiar to you?
Millions to Healthcare Alliance, which was involved in the research at the Wuhan lab, where they had the leak of COVID. Hundreds of thousands of meals that went to Al-Qaeda affiliated fighters in Syria. Oh, yikes. I'm getting mad now.
And see, that's the type of thing that to me is so... Why would you have to tell an American citizen that's wrong? Why would any American citizen say, that's good, it's okay if my neighbor's kid's starving, but they got a drag queen show? How could you be proud of that? And I think it's common sense to you could reason out, the bulk of that money is in someone's pocket. It never got to where it was. We named things like USAID. It had nothing to do with USAID. Nothing. We have structural programs that are always being touted and millions of dollars being raised. They have nothing to do with structure. I mean, they just name it. You know, if you name, if you take ice cream and you mix it with horse manure, then you call it yummy, yummy, yummy cream, you can sell it. There's some jerk out there to eat it. But it doesn't make it yummy, yummy, yummy cream. It makes it Poop scoop is what.
And if you look at the map where all this money is going to, most of it's going to the Middle East. And while we're picking up the bill, Saudi Arabia, that has all the oil money, they're driving around their Rolls Royces and counting their cash. They're not putting any money into it. Why do we always have to pick up the bill? We have to borrow the money to do that or print more, which devalues the dollar, which is why we're so screwed. Which is what happened when Biden first came in. They started printing more money, and because of COVID, the supply chain was broken. They couldn't get goods in, so you had all this money chasing too few goods, which caused the inflation. That's economics 101, but they didn't get it.
Isn't he smart?